Are you going to do this one?
I know. Right, come on, jump down.
Look what we've got. We've got something very exciting to show you today. Not just Bentley stood on a box though.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you have watched us for a long time. A couple of years ago, we went up a mountain in Austria on some e-mountain bikes. And ever since then, so I got distracted because I thought Bentley was going to nab the camera. But yeah, ever since then, we fell in love with e-bikes. They're so good, so much fun. And we've now been sent this, which is from Mark2 Bikes, and they claim to be making the best e-bikes for the leisure industry.
So this is really exciting because this one looks amazing that we saw on the website. I'm quite excited to see what it's like inside. So
let's get unboxing.
Let's get unboxing.
Whoa. Box of goodies. Box of goodies.
These are chunky tyres in here.
Yeah.
I don't know how well you can see that. I'll just lean it over a bit.
I think it's just a case of lifting it right out.
Well, I'll leave that to you.
So you can see it's got massive chunky tyres. I think this one might be, I'm gonna need some cutters. Maybe my knife will get through this. Let's try and not slash the tyres. There we go. Look at that. Nice. So let's put that down. And I think the rest of the bike just lifts out. Oh, it's heavy. Whoop. Oh.
So this one's a little bit heavy just because it's a folding bike and it's got big chunky tyres. So.
Oh, I'm liking the stand. Check that out. It's got a stand built in, so I can put that down, and then it should stay up. Right. Let's take some of this off. I'm liking the matte finish. I have to chuck these things in the box because Bentley will steal them and run around the garden with them, no doubt. He's ready to get any rogue pieces. I think we'll need that bit. There's some instructions in here that I probably should be reading.
But you're male, so you don't read instructions.
That's a bit boring, isn't it? No, it's not for you. It's not a stick. It's not a stick.
I think it's an extra long seat so that people of all heights can ride it. So it starts at like 4'9" or something.
Yeah.
And goes right the way up to like 6 foot something, maybe even higher.
How does this go, do you reckon? Ooh. I'll do it right.
Got keys on it.
Yeah. That looks about right. Check that out.
Might need another wheel first. Now they said to put the mudguard on first and then the wheel, is that right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Police are here.
Did you actually steal the bike?
It doesn't seem like it. I think that's on like a kid's bike. I remember a mate of mine having one of those.
I bet you were jealous.
I was. Do you reckon that goes in there? I probably really should read the instructions for that. Oh look. So nice big user manual. This tells you how to install everything. I've nearly done. What's we've got a little tool kit, look. Spanners and stuff. Probably will need them. Pedals.
They're handy.
They're actually folding pedals as well, I believe.
Folding pedalers?
Pedalers. And then what's in this bit? Ah, the charger. The all-important charger. Pretty useless otherwise. Hey, get out of the way, you.
I can't film with you in the way, Bevan.
Go on, move your bum. Move your bum. Come on over here. Right, so it says first attach the mudguard and then mount the front wheel. It looks like that does go where we thought it did. Yeah. So quickly undo that. Remove the packer between brake pads in the caliper. So just at the bottom of the fork there's like a little bit that sits in between the calipers just for transportation, so that needs to come out. Then install the front wheel, which is this bit. Obviously make sure you get it the right way around, it's got a brake disc on it. So before doing that, just make sure these nuts are fully undone. And it's got like lock-in washers as well by the looks of things. So you want them nice and loose. So just check, you need to check that the brake disc here has located in between the two brake pads. Can you see that? I don't think it will go in if you've not got that in properly, so it should be fairly safe. And then also, can you see these washers here? So these washers go a certain way round. They actually lock in to a little hole in the top there, which then keeps them nice and tight. Do you see that? Same on the other side. Now I'm just going to raise this mudguard up a bit more, so there's a bit more clearance, and then tighten everything up.
Now it is actually a folding bike, isn't it? But it doesn't come pre-folded. And
no.
That's because the battery goes inside this bit here. So with the regulations surrounding e-bikes and things that carry batteries, they have to be tested before they're sent out to the person. So they obviously put the battery inside and test it prior to send it out to you. So because when you unfold it you can remove the battery, it's just easier if they don't send it out that way. So they leave the battery inside the casing if they're sending it out to you on this particular bike.
There's just a 15mm spanner on the bottom here, so do them up, but it comes with the spanners. It comes with a, what we got, 15, 13, 17, 14, 10 and 8mm spanner. Oh, in fact there might be some more in here as well. A few like Allen key bolts as well. Same on the other side. Just tighten up the mudguard.
It's a solid mudguard, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all very solid. It's all...
Is it titanium it's all made out of?
No, aluminium.
Aluminium, sorry.
Titanium, it would be like £1,000,000.
Yeah. Makes it a bit lighter, doesn't it? Using aluminium.
Yeah, definitely.
Or aluminum for our American viewers.
Now the pedals have to go a certain way. They only fit certain ways. You can see that they're... How do they go? Ah, so you push in and they actually fold.
Oh.
It's quite clever, isn't it? So it just gives that bit extra space. And they have a little, let's check that that's right. Yeah, you might not be able to see, but they have a little L for a left-hand pedal and then an R obviously on the other one. So I've got the right-hand one, and they actually screw in on a reverse thread, I believe. If they're like all the pedals I've seen before. Oh no, I might be wrong. I got that wrong. They're obviously not. But I would say maybe the other one does. I think they're designed so that they can't be undone, obviously, whilst you're pedalling. And that's just a 17mm spanner just to nip them up. Go around the other side. So the left pedal screws up the opposite way. So instead of righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, it's righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. And that's just so that they don't undo when you're pedaling along, which obviously you don't want to happen. Unpack the seat post and saddle, put the seat post into the frame, adjust the seat position to the height that suits.
Wait, it's me that's going to go first.
I'm just getting it a bit lower because it's way too high.
Yeah.
So it's nice and quick release, you can see here. So you can get the seat post nice. Up and down very easily. Everything is quick release, which is great. So you can have it right down there. You want it somewhere in the middle. That's the whole point of this style of bike.
I'd have to like jump to get on that. Even without being pregnant, that would be hard.
Right, hang on, I've not checked everything. I've not gone through the full instruction manual. Do the handlebars need to tilt forward? So I think you can do that. Is that one? So just try, try twisting them forward a bit.
Oh,
so again, you can really adjust everything so easily. Everything's just...
That's loads more comfortable. The brakes are working.
I just need to pump up the tyres. The tyres are a little bit flat from transport.
What have you stolen? What have you stolen?
So Lizzie found where the key goes. It's actually underneath. So you want to just have one key on here really, obviously, because you don't want to lose them both. And it's quite a knack to where you turn it to. So it can go all the way back, and that helps you get the battery out when it's unfolded. And then you just don't push it in, just turn it so it's in line with the frame of the bike, and the key won't fall out. Obviously you wouldn't have this one on normally. And then you can turn the display on.
It's got full battery.
It's got a full battery. And then you can cycle through your different modes, but we'll have a look at that when we get out onto the road.
Once you've powered the bike up, you can alter the pedal assist through 5 different modes which increase your top speed. The display gives you a readout of your speed in kilometers per hour and also helps you keep an eye on your battery status. In addition to the pedal assist, there are 6 different gears, although we found that because the motor is so torquey, we rarely needed to change them. The Bafang hub motor is 48 volt and makes the bike unbelievably fun as it really boosts your speed with minimal effort. The Cruiser comes with front suspension and big chunky tyres, which allows you to take the bike off-road on light trails, and you can lock out the front suspension if it's not needed.
Right, we're going to see if it fits in the California. Obviously it won't fit like this, but as it folds up, let's see how that goes. You can even do the pedals, look. So the pedals you just push in and rotate. That's quite good. Then you lift this little catch up here. And that undoes. Move that in. And spin that round. And this can sit on this little like stand bit down there. Just protect the chain and everything. There's that's where the battery is, so you just undo the key and you can remove the battery like that. And then obviously these go a bit lower as well. So you just rotate that, pull that down, and it kind of goes like that really. It's definitely smaller.
It's a lot smaller.
I just wonder whether it'll still. Not convinced it'll fit underneath. Lift that up. We'll see if it lies down like that. Would it shut? I know that the lose a bit of space at the top there, but no, not quite. So as you can see, we have got the door shut. We had to spin it around a bit. So obviously it takes up a lot of boot space, and you could make more space if you wanted to by moving the seat forward. But yeah, if you're going away for a bit of cycling, you could at least fit one of these in here. So I don't think that's too bad actually. To say it's an e-bike, obviously you can get much smaller folding normal bikes, but an e-bike, that's pretty good I think. So I've got to hold it in place because we've not got the arms that stick out onto the frame, but with a bit of strength you can lift it onto a bike rack. These bike racks can take up to about, what is it, 60 kilos. This bike's 29 kilos, so you could get a couple of these on. Now obviously, if you want to transport them on the bike rack more often, maybe the X-Cross or the Scrambler might be a better option. So don't forget to check out our video of those upcoming, where we unbox them and have a good review of them. So that'll be coming soon, so make sure you check that out. Until then, let's try and lift this down. It's not that bad actually. Made that look a lot worse than it was. Right, well there you have it. There's a good look at the Mark 2 E-Motion Cruiser folding e-bike. Thank you so much to Mark 2 for sending this out. This is definitely, I think it's both of ours favourite one. I certainly know it's definitely Lizzie's favourite one. It is so cool. If you want to get yourself a Mark 2 e-bike, whether it's this one or the X-Cross, make sure you use our discount code AB10, and that'll give you 10% off as well, which is great. So head over to the website, which will be linked in the description below. Make sure you have a look at them. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you stay tuned as well for the other videos of the Scrambler and the X-Cross, which are a bit more mainstream but still e-bikes, and yeah, we'll show you how we get on with them. But until then, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'm going to ride off into the moonlight in the middle of the day. See ya!
Back so soon?
No, you stayed there. I was hoping you'd have gone, and it would have looked so impressive.